Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. Well, this morning we're going to fix a smoothie from really a lot of frozen stuff. Now, I did try to slightly thaw out this bag of stuff. It's got blueberries, which were all ground up, strawberries, which are still somewhat frozen, the orange juice, can y'all see that? And of course the greens have thawed out. I just actually put this bag down in a little container of hot water because I was concerned on how the Vitamix is going to grind up all this massive frozen stuff. Now, my bananas, I went ahead and peeled these and cut them up, but I have frozen a whole bushel of bananas, and of course if I had that to do over again, I would go ahead and peel them and cut them up and freeze them, and next time I get bananas, that's the way I'm going to do it. So anyway, there's the bananas. I'm going to go ahead and put those in first since there'll be some moisture. A couple of carrots. Now, I'm not sure how to do the carrots. I mean, could I peel them and just put them in the bag with everything else? I don't know. I'm thinking of doing that. And of course the apples, I know I can do those, and I'll just peel them and dip them in some lemon juice so they don't oxidize, and put them in a bag. Hopefully that'll work. Now I think on all the frozen stuff going in the smoothie, I would think you probably shouldn't keep it more than about 2 weeks. I wanted to show you this. Can y'all see the stains on that? Yeah, the only thing that ever stained these that I've frozen has been the kale, and I'm going to have to run these little ice trays through the dishwasher. I don't know if that shows up or not. Anyway, they got green stain that I couldn't wash off, but I know it'll come off in the dishwasher. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and had to change sides because of the sun. Could not record over on that other side anymore until the sun kind of changes its direction. Alright, so 2 carrots. This is 2 small apples. And this morning, now we're not going to be able to have anything left over because I'm not going to refreeze anything. And so now I'm going to dump this bag in. And by the way, I'm planning to reuse my plastic bags. Just wash them out. Yeah, so I put this down in the in a little container of really just warm water, and got them partially melted because really I was going to have everything frozen. So let's see that with the blueberries that doesn't work too good, or the kale, because it goes ahead and melts first. So, alright, and then here's what it looks like. Yeah, so now I'm just going to add some almond milk to that and some peanut butter this morning. And I've also got a couple of little ice cubes in there, or smoothie cubes I'll call them, that were leftover smoothies. So I've got, a bag of that to get rid of. So I'm going to just put my peanut butter in. I'm hoping this will go well, because if it does, I mean, this would just save a ton of time, to just go ahead and freeze everything and then dump it all in. But again, my concern was, because I usually fix over 40 ounces, that I'd end up with just frozen smoothie, Alright, so we're going to give it a try. Dump in probably a cup or so of almond milk. Alright, y'all, here we go. Boy, I hope this works, because it will save so much time. Alright, here we go. I actually am having trouble seeing even on this side. Here we go. this is definitely going to take a little longer, but the Vitamix I think is going to melt it pretty good if you just run it longer. So I'm going to taste of this, see if we need anything to sweeten it. Might as well put a little bit of sugar in it. Maybe a tablespoon or so, probably. And I think that the only thing that you're going to have to do is run the Vitamix a little longer. That's what I'm thinking. So that way it'll get it thawed out. Certainly the Vitamix is handling it beautifully. So, and I'll have to tell you, we have got so much pollen, and everything outside is just green. Some of it looks chartreuse green. The weatherman said last night that because of the ice storm and all that we had, a lot of the trees and even some of the shrubs were blooming later, so that's made everything blooming together. Like yesterday, I think, I don't know what the temperature was, probably in the 80s, but today it's supposed to be 89 degrees. So we've got Bradford pear, oak, pine, even the azaleas are blooming. The crepe myrtle have already put out their leaves, and of course they don't have the pollen yet, but usually they don't come out till way late. Well, this year we were going to trim them back, and we looked out there and the leaves are already out on them, so you can't trim them back now. So anyway, back to the smoothie. So I'm just going to mix this just a little more. Okay, so the color is probably, I don't know, army brown, I don't know. So this time we're going to have to drink all of this because I'm not going to refreeze anything. But I think we might have it just about right as far as the amount. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's good. All right, here goes. This is really good. And I keep looking over here because I can't see my screen, so I don't know if, what I'm doing is on camera or not. Okay, this is really good. You did really not taste any of the greens, the carrots. You don't even taste the bananas. What you mostly taste is peanut butter, and it's good. I probably could have done without that sugar because it's definitely sweet enough. Got to figure out what to do about the bags. Can y'all see that? Because I'm going to try tomorrow morning to just put it in and not thaw out anything. See how that works. Because I think the Vitamix can handle it. See the color? So we've got frozen kale that was previously ground up, orange juice that I juiced and froze in little cubes. Of course, the strawberries were frozen, and I went ahead and peeled the apples. So it's got 2 apples, 2 small apples in it, 2 bananas. Now, on the bananas, I really don't have any choice because I've already frozen them. So next time, I might even buy some bananas at Walmart and freeze them, just peeled and cut up a little bit just for the sake of the convenience. And let's see what else. Oh, I had about 3 or 4 cubes I put in there from leftover smoothie because I've still got kind of about half a bag in the freezer of that, and I do want to get rid of that. So here's my conclusion on this. You probably don't want to keep the smoothie little cubes of all these different fruits and stuff more than about 2 weeks, because you're not blanching anything. So all the enzyme action, most of it anyway, is probably still there. So it's going to, start degrading really. So you probably want to use the stuff you freeze within a couple of weeks for sure. But think of it. You could, like, one Saturday, do your oranges, do your blueberries, your kale, or whatever greens you use, and freeze it and put it in bag, separate it in bags, just dump it in, put a little almond milk or whatever liquid you want, and you've got a smoothie in no time. Now, I think that I'm going to have to blend it a little longer, because remember, the Vitamix and a blender are going to create heat because they're turning so fast, and that would help thaw out everything. Now, I watched it, and in the very beginning it kind of looked like when you're making ice cream, but then as I left it on, it thawed it out, so that's going to work. Anyway, we're still working on this, and I'm going to get it down to a fine art, because I really like things that are real convenient and, of course, very healthy too. So we're going to work on this and come up with some ideas. And again, I think you probably don't need to keep these over about 2 weeks. So, but that wouldn't be, too hard, because you just do everything one day, have it in there. I mean, it'll be, Mr. Bucky sneezed. It's the pollen. It's just everywhere.
Okay.
What?
I'm sorry.
He said, I'm sorry. Yeah, so even the dogs are sneezing and their eyes are running, so the pollen is really, really bad. But I think we're going to get rain here in just a couple of days, so that'll kind of wash it out of the air. So in a way, it's good. We get all this pollen business over with, within a few days, so that's good. All right, so we're going to finish our smoothies here this morning, and we'll see y'all next time. If you've got any ideas on doing this, now, I'll have to say again, somebody suggested freezing the greens. And I've said this on several videos now. If you were the one that said that, leave me a comment down below, because I know it was one of y'all. I didn't come up with it. Y'all came up with it and suggested grinding up the greens and freezing them. So I'm thinking, was that Barclay the Devil Dog? Was it Angela? Was it E.T. Bear? I just don't know who it was. And now I could look back on the videos. In fact, I might have to. If y'all don't write in soon and tell me, I'm going to look back on every one of my green smoothie videos, because I know it was somewhere in there, maybe about January or February, and I'm going to find you and thank you, because this was just a brilliant idea. Think about it. Like, I get that great big bag of kale, and they stuff it in there. Well, that kale is enough to do smoothies for us really for a week or longer. And I get the baby spinach in a similar way. So if you just grind it, put it in with the blender or the Vitamix with a little water, and freeze it in ice cubes, and you know the exact amount. And by the way, that worked out this morning, because it filled up the glasses and I don't have any left. So you can judge the amount a lot better. But think of it. It's going to be easier, or as easy as dumping a bowl of cereal in a bowl and pouring milk on it. It's going to be that easy. So, and certainly the green smoothies are a lot better for you than cereal, of course. But think about it. If you could do it that easily, then a lot more people would do it. Because think of it. If you have to stand there in the morning and peel apples, peel bananas, take stems off strawberries and wash them, pick the little end stem off blueberries and all that, you can be in here for 30 minutes. You could cook bacon and eggs in that time, right? So anyway, I'm going on and on. We'll see y'all next time.